Hello everybody, it's Mirialda here once again, and welcome back to another figure unboxing. Woohoo! Yes, figure unboxing! And we have a single figure in a box. And yeah, I'm a little behind on this one because, well, I wound up having to order her from a US store. Yes, this is Kotegawa Yui from To Live Through Darkness. She came out back in January. I was going back and forth on if I wanted to buy her or not, so that's why I didn't order her right away. I finally decided I wanted to buy her, and she was sold out pretty much everywhere. So I went to Lunar Toy Store and saw that they had her available to order, but it was a little expensive, so I held off for a bit, hoping once she released, Ami would have her in stock. They did not. So I finally decided, okay, screw it, I'm buying her. I ordered her from Lunar Toy Store, and as soon as I refreshed the page, she was sold out. So I got the last one. And of course, being a US store, it took them a while to get her in stock. But she shipped out finally, and now she is here. And I'll just get this out of the way because it has all my addresses and everything on there. And we look. And we see, yes, Yui in a box with lots of bubble wrap. So she is packaged very nicely. It's actually kind of a smaller box than I was expecting. Bring her a little closer and tilt down. And yes, we get to have the joy of opening tissue paper. Yes! Yay, tissue paper. It's like opening a present, and I need it after the day I had today. It was a very crappy day, but we have a very pretty figure in front of us now. So as I said, this is Kotegawa Yui from To Live Through Darkness. This is the darkness version of her. She is a 1/6 scale figure, and she is manufactured by Union Creative. She originally released January 29th of 2018, and as I told you in my story, I finally decided to buy her on February 3rd, so after she had released a few days. And I bought her from Lunar Toy Store, and she just came into stock on April 9th of 2018. That's the biggest problem with buying from a US store, is waiting for them to get the figure. But yeah, she shipped out on the 9th. I received her on today, the April 11th, and she is here. And just looking through the box, I'm glad I bought her. But yeah, she looks pretty dang good. There is the top of her box, and pretty plain boring bottom. So the reason I held off for a while, we'll look at the preview picture. I wasn't the biggest fan of her horns and her like bandaged arms. But, everything else on her said buy me. So I finally bought her. So I have seen she does not actually come with a stand, which is kind of strange, but since she is in a sitting pose, she doesn't need one. So let's get her open and look at the darkness goodness. So in the show, Yui is like the head of the morals committee, and she's always, calling everything Harenji, that's perverted, you're a pervert, blah, 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 blah. But I guess she's been corrupted because this is quite the lewd outfit. So the inside of the box is just cardboard, no liner or anything. I don't know if I mentioned how much I paid for her, because I definitely didn't, because I didn't write it down, but it was like $139 or something like that. So yay. So there she is in the blister from the front. There she is from the side. There she is from the back. And there she is from the other side. So Yui is not cast off, so what you see is what you get. There is no assembly or anything to her. It's just a single piece figure. No base, no nothing, just her. No assembly needed. It's odd because the tape is on like the top and bottom corners and not like on the sides. So we'll get her open. I am glad I did finally decide to buy her when I did, because as I said, she sold out everywhere. And if you can find her, she is quite expensive. So she has gone up in the aftermarket. So we'll pull her up, take the plastic off, put it off to the side. So there she is with all her plastic. There is some like foam wrapping. Gotta be careful because it wants to catch on her hair spikes. So plastic there, some plastic under her claws, some plastic around her hair, and I think that's it. There is kind of a sweet plastic smell with this one. It's pleasant, not like horrible like sometimes they have. Let's bring her a little closer, autofocus, and sorry for the shakiness, I'm adjusting the camera so it's lower so we get a more straight on view of her. So yes, there is Yui in all of her glory. So we'll do a nice little spin around of her. As I said, everything about this figure, except for like the arms and the horns, said buy me. She has a very amazing body. Her hair looks to be done very nicely. I was kind of disappointed when I saw the pictures people started posting of her. On the promotional pictures, it was like a brown hair, like it had a lot more brown in it, and the actual figure itself is more like solid black, which honestly makes sense because in the show, her hair is black. But yes, there's the spin arounds, and we'll bring her for some close-ups. So there is her face. It is a very, very nice, attractive, alluring face. It's kind of shy or embarrassed. It's maybe a little sad looking, but still, it is a very, very lovely face. Got her big giant boobs. I'll focus again. So she is wearing Yami's like darkness outfit, the trance outfit. So it is very, very revealing. We do see like under boob. We do see lots of cleavage. Looking closely at the top of the cleavage is welded together. She has a nice collarbone, nice clavicle. She is wearing a choker with a little silver buckle. The straps are sculpted out of her body. They're not a separate piece, but they are painted quite well. Don't see any bleeding or anything, so that's a very good thing. She does have a hint of a belly button. It's not a very well defined one, but if we tilt her and get some shadows going on, you can definitely see it. And you can see her belly line a bit too. So she has like bandaged up arms, which kind of looks a little strange. Makes her arm looks a bit puffy, but it's nice that you can see all the straps and everything. The claws on her hands are very, very shiny. They're like a pearlescent red. And yeah, they're kind of sharp at the tips. And there is her other arm and other hand. Her legs are bare. So they're very nice legs. She's got some nice feet, nice toes, pink toenails and everything. The toes are still, of course, welded together. They didn't actually separate them, but we can see from the back, even the bottoms of the feet are sculpted nicely. Got some textures and contours. She is not flat-footed. She is wearing a loose, like, waistcoat type thing, and it is just spread out all around, and it's got a shiny look to it. It is billowy and wrinkly and everything. And then the view we all want is, yes, the bottom. So her legs are kind of flattened a bit, which makes sense because she is sitting down, and when you sit down, your legs would get flattened, and it will make her more stable. We do see like her ankles are sculpted nicely too as well. And yeah, she is basically wearing a thong. Everything is covered. There is a hint of a camel toe, but it's not super obvious, and since she's sitting down, you won't see it. And look at that booty. Very, very nice booty. Unfortunately, her hair does hide a lot of it, but the Union Creative has provided a couple convenient viewing angles. If it would just focus and not be blurry. We do see also she has the hint of the crack at the top as well, if we can see through the hair. You may not be able to see it, but I can see it, and that's what matters, is me being able to see it. Her spine line is there. It's not very defined. Her shoulder blades are also there. They are very soft looking, so not very, very sharply defined. She does have her ears. At least one ear. Yeah, she has both ears. It's just hard to see that one. It's definitely covered in her hair. And she has horns, which have a very dark purple to a lighter purple gradient, and they are kind of shiny, metallic looking, and once again they are quite sharp. And her hair has been sculpted very, very nicely as well. So a lot of times on figures the top of the hair is pretty smooth and just like a bulb, but she has strands all over the place. I don't see any like added on pieces, so that's a nice little touch. And maybe that one right there. And then the top of the head, yeah, you do have the standard seam line where the bangs meet the head, but it's not obvious. It is hidden pretty nicely. And she does have a bit of brown shading in her hair. But yes, she is very lovely, very beautiful, very buxom, and she, being a 1/6 scale, she is quite large as well. As I said, she does not come with a base, so she will just sit on whatever you put her on. But yeah. Looking at her, I don't see any paint flaws right now. Everything is nice and crisp and clean, which is good because, like I said, these straps are oftentimes in many manufacturers a very difficult thing, and they always get them, they're hand painted, so it's hard to get them very nice and clean, but Union Creative did a very good job on her. And if we look under the outer strap, there is also a strap that wraps around her back, and that is painted nicely as well. It's one of those things you'll never really see, but it is what it is, and it is there. Seam line wise, don't really see any seam lines or joints, so they did a very good job with that. They've hidden them very nicely, like around her thong straps and everything. But yeah, there's no obvious armbands or anything like that. So yeah, this is Kotegawa Yui, the darkness version of her. She is from To Love Her Darkness. She is a 1/6 scale figure by Union Creative and was originally released on January 29th of 2018. I bought her from Lunar Toy Store because she was sold out everywhere, and after I ordered her, she was sold out there as well. Yeah, I think I paid like $100. It was like $136.99 or $139, somewhere around there, and then like $7 for shipping, so not bad. And as I said, I've looked for her in the aftermarket, and where I have found her, she is much more expensive. So I don't think I overpaid. I'm happy with her. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm out. Bye-bye.